So, the female Silver Surfer has now 100% been confirmed for Fantastic Four First Steps. There's lots of rumours floating around about this. I think it was back in spring, wasn't it? And so, this is Julia Garner. She is going to be Shalla-bal, I think, or shalla-bal, should I say. A female Silver Surfer. Now, this is an Elseworld. It's a different universe, isn't it? So it'll be interesting to see whether Marvel chooses to use this as an introduction to the Silver Surfer, and then later we'll get the male version. I doubt that's going to be the case, but it is still not the original universe that we've been working with and watching in Marvel. I think this is poor. You know, I think it's a poor way to go. I think it reeks of the norm that we've had consistently within Hollywood, and Hollywood seems intent on doubling down on this stuff, even though the box office has not been massively great for a while. I will say this though, there's been some reveals with respect to Fantastic Four First Steps, and some of the videos that I've seen leaked from, you know, these I think it was like CCXP and things like this, and what was the latest one? It was D23 in Brazil. It all actually does look good, like the aesthetics are good. It's very difficult to see from these low resolution videos that get leaked though, because when it gets blown up, you know, to an actual size, like the visual effects might not be the same. Who knows? It's just, it looks okay for now, but we'll see when it all drops. But let's take a look and get your opinion on this. Look, I wonder what you guys think of this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. This is a movie which has had essentially a disastrous production history, like a truly disastrous production history. It's been in the works for ages. It's had multiple scripts. It's had multiple leads rumoured. It's had... Marvel really struggled to hire someone for this. Like, they really struggled to hire people for this in terms of the lead to play Reed Richards. And then they settled on Pedro Pascal. But remember, there was numerous, you know, reports and leaks that Adam Driver was going to be... you know, was rumoured for the role, was offered the role numerous times, and he was like, no, because the script is not good. And it makes sense. If you're thinking about Adam Driver versus Pedro Pascal in terms of their belief system and who they are as individuals, right? Adam Driver is actually quite picky, to be fair, with the scripts that he chooses, generally speaking. But he's also a little bit more on the conservative side. Pedro Pascal absolutely is not. And so, having been cucked, I guess, to, you know, lack of a better word, in the Star Wars franchise, he presumably, you know, Adam Driver did not want to have that happen again in a comic book franchise, and so he kept rejecting the script. Pedro Pascal's not that kind of guy. He doesn't care. He's happy. Cuck him all day long. He don't give a shit. So, it is interesting. But like I said, let's take a look. Hit subscribe if you're new here, by the way, guys, and do turn those bell notifications on. But this report here, I'll leave a link down below. It is interesting. So it just says, look, after rumours in April that Disney would cast Julia Garner as Shalla-bal, a female version of the Silver Surfer in the upcoming MCU film Fantastic Four First Steps, Marvel made it official yesterday with an official synopsis for the movie. And it reads as follows. Set against the vibrant backdrop of a 1960s-inspired retro-futuristic world, which, again, like I said, does actually look good. From all the videos that have come out, it looks great. It remains to be seen when it's blown up in proper size, though, and not, you know, from a phone. Marvel Studios' The Fantastic Four First Steps introduces Marvel's first family. Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, Sue Storm, and Johnny Storm. And, of course, Ben Grimm. As they face their most daunting challenge yet. Forced to balance their roles as heroes with the strength of their family bond, they must defend Earth from a ravenous space god called Galactus. Interesting. And that's going to be voiced by Ralph Ineson, who has a great voice, by the way, so that I'm game for that. That'd be great. And his enigmatic herald, Silver Surfer, played by Julia Garner. And if Galactus' plan to devour the entire planet and everyone on it weren't bad enough, it suddenly gets very personal. Apparently, the rumor is that Galactus wants Reed Richards and Sue Storm's son. That's why. I think, if I remember rightly from the leaks. Cool, fine, sure, whatever. So the action adventure also stars Paul Walter Hauser, John Malkovich, Natasha Lyonne, and Sarah Niles, directed by Matt Shackman, produced by Kevin Feige. Blah, 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 blah. And it opens next year in July. It says here, it seems as though the more things change, the more they stay the same for Marvel. Despite rumours and a film threat that Marvel head Kevin Feige fired activist producer and writers earlier this year, Disney Marvel seems unwilling to pivot on gender-swapped heroes and a more female-focused universe. I said at the time that was nonsense. I said to everyone, I was like, calm down. Like, I don't doubt that Film Threat got told this was happening, but it's not happening. Like, it's not going to happen. I said at the time, I made a video on it, I was like, this is not going to happen, guys. Like, just, you're getting your hopes up needlessly. It's not going to happen. Just calm down. And then back in April, an investor asked Disney CEO Bob Iger if it was possible for the company to stay out of politics and social agenda. And of course, Iger, being a true turd, said, our job is to entertain first and foremost, and by telling great stories, we continue to have a positive impact on the world and inspire future generations just as we've done for over 100 years. Disney's always been and will continue to be a source of hope, joy and optimism for people of all ages. We're committed to telling stories that reflect the world around us and using those stories to entertain stories from people from all walks of life. I believe we have a responsibility to do good in the world. So basically, no, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep going because why should we stop and make anything good? So yeah, like obviously that's just going to keep going. So there you go. I mean, what do you say about this? Just generally speaking, this is Disney doubling down, of course. You know, it is what it is. I just think this is kind of to be expected. Anyone that is getting their hopes up that this is going to suddenly pivot away from this kind of nonsense, you've not been paying attention. This is not going to pivot, not for a long time. You have to get rid of everyone. It's not just some producers. You have to get rid of absolutely everyone. And you're never going to do that. It's just not possible. So, there you go. Like I said, it does actually look good in terms of, you know, like visually, right? Like the aesthetics look pretty decent. Remains to be seen when we actually get there and have a watch of it all, though. But there you go. Apparently, it's wrap filming as well. So they did a pretty good job of keeping everything under wraps. There's been like 1 or 2 leaked images, and that's been about it. Then, of course, some of the leaked videos from D23, and I think it was CCXP Brazil as well, or CCXP somewhere else. Anyway, who cares? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But what do you guys think? Female swapped, Silver Surfer. Yes, it's been in the comics. It's not the same. It's not the quintessential Silver Surfer. We need the quintessential Silver Surfer. It's what people want. We demand it. But I think this is just, I don't know, it's just sad, lame pandering. So it's just, it's just sad, to be honest. But love to hear your thoughts. Drop it down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.